forgot that shit. He had 27 rebounds in the game, bro.
I made that team go water.
Hold on, Instagram. I mean, on YouTube is loading up. I think we live on Facebook though.
Facebook, what it do?
Yo, welcome back. You know you seen a little pre-production conversations. We get it in. We talk. We wrap it up.
Interlude.
Yeah, we wrap the intro. Prelude.
Yeah, let me get
prelude. Yeah. What's up with that?
We definitely live on Facebook. Now we.
Y'all
ready? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Let me
Coming from the Celtics fan, I was a big fan of it. Jordan shut down. I don't know what rain. After that, it was all Georgetown Celtics. That's why I like the Celtics. I went from Los Angeles. I was like, I don't get to see Angeles every day all the time. I got to see the Celtics play. I was like, yo, they still vicious. We had some good players, man. Hey, if you don't know what that is, if you may be too young, listen, if you're on Facebook, I've learned from having kids that you ain't too young. I mean, you ain't a certain age, I guess, for Facebook. You consider the old heads, but any young folks, when you hear this, you need to realize that that was the sound of greatness. I don't even know if anybody else had an intro besides me. Nobody else had an intro.
Tony Kuko!
We ain't had no intro song.
All the greatest had an intro.
Nah.
Yeah, everybody got an intro, but not like this. This shit was
From New Mexico, 7-2.
Who had an intro? They might have played this song for somebody else. They played this intro song. I don't remember always having an intro song like this that just happened at all. You feel me?
Michael Jordan.
If anybody doesn't know, step everybody signing in Facebook. If you on,
turn your shit down, man.
Send it to a friend. IG, what's up, baby? It's Taco Tuesday. We're gonna give a proper intro.
But first and foremost, what it do?
It is
live from the pit. You did the shit in a while.
No, because you know what?
This time, last week we actually fucked up, but we had to say it was Taco Tuesday. All right, man. So, but we gotta hear your famous line. Come on, Steph. Let's get the shit. All right,
wait. Hold up.
All right, there we go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Dribble my shit. From the motherfucking scissor. It's a Taco Tuesday. What it do?
Live from the pit that don't give a shit.
This is motherfucking Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Spanish people do go,
That's like,
and they go like this. They go, you hear that? It's Hey, listen. Spanish people do that too. You know, don't try to say black Spanish people don't go.
Hate mail in the mail and shit.
Yo, Spanish people do go, and I can't do the Spanish whistle. You know, Spanish people whistle and
I can't whistle. I can't whistle with the.
From 5 years ago, Spanish boys are whistling your mind. 5 years ago, you be like, yo,
and that nigga Knuckles be whistling like shit though.
I make that team go water.
Oh man, but welcome to our Taco Tuesday podcast with me. Toucan Dan,
your man Step Lova,
and I'm Don Gotti Nash,
and this fuck your opinion Taco Tuesdays. Thank you for joining us during this quarantine. We missed last week because we had some little issues, but we ain't gone no motherfucking way. We just had to take. Sometimes you got to slow it down yourself and let get everything in order for your family, safety, health, and wealth or whatever. But we ain't gone nowhere, fam. We back. This Taco Tuesday, if you never really watched Taco Tuesday or tuned in, which you should have, you dirty motherfuckers. If you never tuned in to Taco, see, you hear that train? If you hear the train in the background, you hear that? That means we
fuck your opinion train.
Hey, and before we start off, man, shout out to Nate, Chris, And Will, what's up, man? What's up with y'all? Thanks for checking us out.
Man. Check us out.
Yeah, but
hey, which one of I think my microphone sounds better on the right.
It's that one. And also tonight, man, we're gonna review The Last Dance. You know, we're gonna talk about some stuff in The Last Dance.
Definitely. We're gonna get into that.
And we're gonna end with my man Prince.
So you know,
but we'll get back to that later on. So if you got anything on The Last Dance, we want to hear what y'all want to talk about.
Opinion so far. Like I said, if you know Taco Tuesday, we always do the best, the greatest, the most. We do top 5, top 10. We give different subjects, but we kind of like to highlight what we consider the most specific time period in which something happened, and we all give our opinion.
And you know what else we like to do, right?
Right, we love to give our opinion.
I said, you know what else we like to do?
What else?
Make that tingle water.
I don't know where. Listen, Step is that. You know how you get a song or something in your head and you can't get that shit out. I think that's what's going on with man Lova today.
Shit.
But if you haven't been tuning in to TV, I don't know where you've been. Social media, ESPN. They put up a special out called The Last Dance. It's about the last season in which the Chicago Bulls were all together as the elite team that they've known as the renowned Chicago Bulls. I watched it. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I thought it gave a great in-depth look, and not just because everybody thought it was going to be about Michael Jordan. I was kind of fooled at first. I was like, oh, it's just about Jordan. We know about Jordan. If you are, put it this way, I would say if you're in the ages between 30, 40, and 30 and up, you have some inclination about who Michael Jordan is as far as you being on site. Now, the younger generation, they can't really, they was born in 99. By that time, we knew Jordan as, the cat.
I hated that nigga.
He went to Washington Wizards and he went to play baseball, so you never really got to see the phenom unless you watch old footage of Michael Jordan, as we were so privileged to watch as basketball fans. Some people not basketball fans, but Michael Jordan captured the hearts, the minds, imagination.
Some people loved him, some people hated him.
Right, but he captured the minds,
he captured everything.
The imagination, the respect of people around the world for being the greatest basketball player. His individual life, we really didn't get a chance to look into that as he became older.
I almost had. I was just about to say go James, but it's all good. But I'm gonna go ahead.
Listen, if you're a LeBron James fan, influenced by Michael Jordan, his game.
What number did LeBron win?
Hey, truth be told, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, man. Y'all might think I'm a hater and shit.
Hey, hold on.
But I'm a Jordan fan.
Quick question. What original number does LeBron James wear right now?
He wears
23.
What was his Olympic number? Number 6.
Yeah.
What did Jordan wear?
It was 6, what?
All right, yeah, okay, cool.
No, I mean, listen, LeBron James.
But in all defense of LeBron, his birthday is February the 3rd, 86. So that's where his numbers come from.
Get the fuck
I made some shit up there.
Get the fuck out of here.
I just made some.
LeBron has said LeBron said himself. Listen, if you are born, if you what you consider the 80s baby, 90s baby, if you were raised during these times, not even a baby, if you were a child in those times, you looked up. Michael Jordan was the god of the hardwood.
You either loved him or you hated him.
Paul, right?
But you had to respect him.
Because and like I said, if you're young, we call it youngins. If you're in your 20s. Please check out The Last Dance so you can see what.
Not even just in their 20 though, Toucan. In general, if you have never seen Jordan's career, his game, because like we were just discussing about it, we were at the age where it was. We remember vaguely.
Yeah, we ain't soaking in all that shit. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't soaking in all that shit.
I remember, like I said, I grew up a Lakers fan, man. The Showtime Lakers intrigued me. My stepfather showed me them. I gravitated towards them. So I was all sold on Magic Johnson, the real MJ, as I call him. So to see Jordan come in the way he came in, he had to come in and take out the Showtime Lakers. I was devastated.
And one thing, I was a Celtics fan.
You were or you are?
I am.
Okay.
I mean, I started watching basketball.
Hold on. Green Bay, green. Celtics, green. And who's your
He likes weed, so weed is green.
Green? Oh, damn.
You a green?
Oh, shit.
I'm a green
guy.
Yo,
shit.
I mean, if you don't know me, you gonna know. I'm a green guy. That's my thing. But I watch basketball really heavily because my pops played semi pro, and he was in the basketball like religiously around my house. So at a very young age,
can you hoop, nigga? Can you hoop?
I could 100 pounds
was you
ago.
a bum back in the day?
No, I was never a bum. 100 pounds ago.
Because I know I wasn't a bum. Gotti wasn't a bum.
No, I could play, but 100 pounds and maybe honestly 20 years ago, I just felt like I needed the height. My dad was like 6'4", I got stuck at 6 even.
No, I'm with you. If I had the height, I'd have been.
Yeah, my pops was 6'4". He played briefly for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is years before they even entered the league and crossed up. Because people are like, oh, your father played. I'm gonna go back and look. You might have to look up the '74 Milwaukee Bucks. I got a dad. My dad about 70 something. So if you look up maybe the '73 Milwaukee Bucks before they even integrated the league.
We believe you.
But anyway, so I was raised in a basketball household. So around the 80s, 88, whatever, I started really watching basketball. I was a Celtics fan because I didn't get to see much West Coast ball because I used to literally go to games where they were the Cap Center. If you're not from this area, if you know about the Cap Center,
never been to the Cap Center.
in Landover, Maryland, that little brick sweat box was the place where I used to go and watch basketball.
The Cap Center.
Cap Center. So I'm a Cap Center kid. But I watch basketball. So I got a chance. Then I started getting the East Coast. Then by the time Michael really made his boom in the late 80s, early 90s, I still wasn't a Michael Jordan fan. Honestly, I've always been a Celtics fan. But he became the most dominant force in the NBA. And now in basketball history, and you can't in retail, that's a whole nother realm. I mean, everybody and their mom and an older player Michael Jordan sneakers at some point in time.
Everybody. We had some things. We put up a post on Facebook, our Facebook group, Fuck Your Opinion, the group. If you're not part of it, look us up, join it. It's off the chain. People
and if you got folks that don't know,
it's called Fuck Your Opinion because I'm right.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we put up a picture of the Jordans, choose which one was the best, and we had a couple of people who just said that they don't like Jordans, and one of them was my brother Marshall Jermaine Brick, a female from Spartanburg, a dude from Spartanburg. Immediately, I told him like this: if you didn't like Jordans or didn't own a pair of Jordans, you was a bad man.
And let me tell you this. Also,
it is what it is.
I'm gonna tell you how far I went into Jordan. I was actually buying Jordan clothes. Now, I would probably be considered a Bama, and because in this area, Jordan never had. He always sold shoes, but not clothes. If you do not like Michael Jordan's shoes that we consider the mainstream of what he wore on the court, Michael Jordan has everything down to loafers. Michael Jordan has so many different styles of shoes, clothes, different brands. It's always something you're gonna like. But anyway, let's get back.
Did you ever have a Jordan underwear?
No, I just
I never. Hanes, nigga.
Oh
no, that ain't Jordan though.
But I had Jordan.
Hey, I was a Fruit of the Loom type of motherfucker.
I got Jordan brand clothes, jackets. People was like, "Yo, why you got the matching Jordans with the jacket? You a Bam?" I was like, "Damn, I thought I was doing it up with the Jordans and the Jordan jacket."
Everybody knows about the DMV, which is. I'm gonna just leave the V out. But Virginia's Bam was like shit, but we love them.
No,
DC and Maryland. It is what it is. DC and Maryland are some of the hardest people to try to, everybody think everybody.
As far as fashion sense, this is a very obscure
hard,
place
yes,
because you can't go too for, like I said, Jordan.
We don't do a bunch of colors.
You can buy Jordans, but if you buy Jordan, now jersey, yes, some shorts, yes, but if you buy a Jordan shirt with a real collared shirt, motherfuckers like this motherfucker got a Jordan collared shirt. You Bama motherfucker. I mean, that's how it is.
And that all boils down to being some haters.
I mean, like I said, let's get back. We going a little far.
Down south, nigga, they have the Jordan hat.
Yeah.
Jersey, jacket.
I thought I was doing it, bro. I still got a Jordan fly. I got a Jordan pilot flight, real pilot flight jacket. I thought it was ill.
Don't tell everybody how much of a Bama y'all. Let's keep it moving, man.
I still wear my Jordan shit.
I know.
Fuck your opinion. But anyway, if you watched let's get back to the Last Dance. If you watched it, please go watch it because you see what this guy has went through, his transformation, not just as a basketball player, but as a person. And a lot of people, the thing for me that I got from so far is because like I said, I thought it was going to be about Michael Jordan. I learned that his will to win
unbelievable
is what made him great. Because we just had a conversation. Because Gotti, I will let him explain his point. But me and Step feel like, I definitely felt like Jordan was considered the greatest of all time in basketball as far as an athlete because of his will to win. I don't look at him as the greatest of all time as far as athletes, but in basketball, he changed the identity of basketball to say because listen.
What other athlete that you? Because that motherfucker, you seen him dunking in the game? Like
when I say athletes, I mean like Muhammad Ali, the Jackie Robinson, the Jack Johnson.
A clip that they showed, he was in North Carolina, and the motherfucker went up
and hit his head on.
And he blocked his shot.
No,
busted his head. Back
no,
to the fucking.
No, what I mean by as far as athletes, because you have so many different genres.
You're right though, because as far as athletes, to me, and everybody gonna say, "Whoa." The greatest athlete of all time is LeBron James.
No.
Without a doubt.
No.
I'm saying athlete as far as body type, size, power. LeBron James gets the greatest athlete.
Not
the greatest basketball player.
When I go as athletes, I mean all around athlete in sports as far as personal, outside the arena or ring and inside. You know what I'm saying?
How can you do that?
I just think
because athletes had to go.
I think Jordan was at
Jordan is the all-around greatest basketball player.
Yeah, I'm talking about he was an athlete too, though, man.
He was, but we're talking about.
He wasn't a great baseball player.
I
mean, if you look at listen, Bo Jackson.
Yep. He's
so you just talking about as far as, but we talking
about athletes. When I say athletes, I also look at the time and the type of pressures. When you say greatest athlete to me,
I'm gonna tell you what
I give names like Muhammad Ali,
Jack
Johnson.
But we'll make you say Muhammad Ali because he would be just in boxing. Like
because his life, the adversity he faced that pushed him in the ring as well as outside the ring is what was different. Like Jordan didn't have to. Jim Brown, those guys who dealt with the amount of pressure it had to be as a black athlete. Jordan dealt with the pressure you had to be as being the greatest athlete at that time.
Hold on, but we got people saying Delvin. He says he was the best athlete when he entered the league.
No, but listen, what I'm saying is when you say of all
Jordan,
no, but what I'm saying is.
Delvin was actually absolutely correct.
I mean, but Akeem Olajuwon was number one because he was considered.
Len Bias was said to be a much better athlete than
Jordan. No, but like I said, when I say of all time, athlete is more than one thing. Athlete is someone who actually.
Think about that, Del. At the time, now when we talk about athletes, we talking about head to toe body, size, speed, power. I'm talking about people like Jim Brown, LeBron James.
Muhammad Ali.
I mean, Jim Brown was a bully.
Yeah. But Jim Brown could have played multiple sports.
Right. See, that's what I mean.
Bo Jackson, multiple sports.
Right.
LeBron James, multiple sports. But they could have won in any sport and played at a high level. That's what makes you a superior athlete.
Right.
Jordan is not a superior athlete on that level to me.
Right. That's what I mean. He was the greatest basketball.
He was the greatest.
But as far as overall athlete, no. Because Bo Jackson to me, and like Deion saying this, when you can,
I'm confused at what we.
I'm saying is, if you mean like
he was, now you saying
no, I never said Jack. I said Michael Jordan was not considered.
He said he wasn't, but he was though. I'm saying
he's not to me
because you can't base that off of what they play.
Listen,
you got to base it off the actual sport that you're talking about.
Let me ask you something. Jackie Robinson, right?
You got to base it off the actual sport.
Jackie Robinson was a multi.
But I'm saying Jackie Robinson, right? Jackie Robinson didn't just have to deal with the fact of being a great baseball player. He had to deal with the fact of being a colored baseball player.
Yeah, but see that ain't got nothing to do with him.
But it does because it adds to the pressure of you being on the field. What you had your level of performance is. Jordan had pressure that he put upon himself. It wasn't societal pressure. It was him having the will and the feelings of I'm going to be the greatest. Other players just were great at their sport, but they had other definitions, other defining moments outside of that. And that's what I mean.
But see, you can't really say that because even with LeBron, I mean, he might have played other sports. You don't know how he would have been as a football player. You don't know how he would have been. Now you actually seen Dion play. You actually seen Bo Jackson.
But LeBron was also the number one high school football player in the nation.
Yeah, but that don't mean that would have turned out on the next level.
But what I'm saying is, did they deal with the type of adversity that the Jackie Robinsons, the Jack Johnsons, did they deal with those outside of accolades that did move into the actual circumstance of them being an athlete? A lot of people had shit that happened outside of their professional sport that still influenced what they did. Michael Jordan had the showcase of basketball being what he had to do. Michael Jordan really didn't have to go and fight for social injustice.
Yeah, but I don't think that ties into him being an athlete.
But it does. I mean, look at Muhammad Ali. He lost his titles. He was stripped because he didn't want to go fight in the Vietnam War.
Listen. At the time Ali was on the top,
I think
he wasn't the best athlete in the boxing game. It was George Foreman.
Who?
George Foreman
was
the
not at the top of his game.
In the boxing game. Yes, he was.
No. George Foreman.
It was Frazier. It was actually Frazier.
Yeah. I'm talking about size.
Because he actually beat Muhammad when he came back.
Yeah, it was George Foreman was the
but listen,
number one athletic boxer in the game.
But he didn't have to. What I'm saying, as far as the actual meaning of when you say the greatest athlete, I mean his overall influence.
So you tying everything up into one.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Multifaceted. I'm talking about the great George Foreman was just a naturally built knockout machine.
Yeah, he was
you see what I'm saying?
LeBron. He was the LeBron James of the time.
But
Bo Jackson, like I said, these dudes.
But to me, when you say athlete, I look at a Bo Jackson. I mean, when you're trying to encompass everything, I would say like a Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, because they actually did it on a level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said,
on a major level.
Listen, athletics and athlete are two different things. What I'm saying, an athlete, if you can be a bum basketball player, you still considered. I mean, not a bum. Sorry, no disrespect. You could be not one of the best players on your roster as a basketball player and still be considered an athlete because you compete in athletic events.
But to be the greatest,
but I'm gonna say Jim Brown, and I'm gonna put them more in the social conscious type.
But that's what I mean by athlete. But overall athlete.
But see, to me, it kind of confuses it when you put it with the athlete. I just say they more social conscious, which people say.
But they had a lot. That had a lot to do with what happened to them on the field.
This is how I look at it. You can take Jim Brown, Bo Jackson, LeBron James, George Foreman, and put them in any era of sports, and they will dominate. Any era. The 50s, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, up to now.
What'd you say?
Muhammad Ali. But you wouldn't put Muhammad Ali?
No.
What?
No. Muhammad Ali was skilled.
He was skilled, but he took some L's too, though. I mean, I think he get. Honestly, but I think he get. I think he get. I think
because of their size.
I think they rank him higher because of that social shit.
But what I'm saying is his footwork and hand speed and coordination was It got to a point where Bruce Lee said he wished he had this man's footwork, and he was a freak of nature.
Ali would have whooped Bruce Lee's ass.
But no, listen. What I'm saying, you didn't let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he acknowledged that man's athletic ability. He's like, for a man of his size to have his speed, his agility.
But he wasn't really that big, though. Not compared to some of the other dudes that he faced. He was not the biggest.
Muhammad Ali was like 6'4". He wasn't no little guy, bro.
I didn't say he was.
I think it was 6'3" or something.
There was other motherfuckers, Ken Norton.
It was a lot of motherfuckers.
There were a lot of flat-footed, come at you with both hands, knockout. He was the first guy to make the move. I'm talking about the movement. What I'm saying is, you got a guy that big that's almost like a ball.
But to me, even in boxing, you go head to head. He took some L's.
What L's did he take, bro?
On Frazier knocked him out. I mean, when he came back.
Listen, what I'm talking about. We're talking about Muhammad Ali in the later years of his career.
No, that wasn't later years. That wasn't later years.
But listen, all of those men reclaimed his championship.
Now he took some bad losses at the end, but after he came back from the box.
As Cassius Clay, how many L's he take?
He was undefeated as Cassius Clay.
So what I'm saying is age and more or less caught up with him.
When he became Muhammad Ali, he wasn't old.
Not when he became Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Ken Norton ain't beat him.
But here's the thing. It's like Frazier beat Ali, but then Foreman beat the shit out of. I mean, he beat the shit out of on Frazier. So it's just like it just wasn't his night.
Okay, then what happened to George Foreman when he in his own words he said Muhammad Ali put some shit on him.
And I'm not saying
you can't use boxing as okay. Listen.
I'm saying as far as
we all know that Muhammad Ali is the greatest boxer of all time.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's not.
What I'm saying is athletic. When you say athletic ability,
we're talking about the greatest athletes, my dude. We have to factor in.
Okay, we'll take out the political. So we're taking out the political aspect of it.
Yeah, you gotta
take out the political. Yeah. But what I'm saying is those guys still had natural talent that was
amazing.
That was amazing.
There was some athletes that we watched growing up that. They didn't have to do much, my nigga, because they were just so athletically gifted.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Jim Brown, Bo Jackson.
Muhammad Ali was one of the same. He was one of the same, bro. How can you say that when that man did what he did, and he was off athletics? I mean, he trained in boxing.
It wasn't athletic.
It was skill. He was skilled.
No, it was his athletic ability.
His athletic ability didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yes, it did.
His skill setting was so amazing.
He was skilled, man. He was skilled.
It takes you have to have good.
It's like Floyd. Floyd got a defensive skill.
You gotta understand. See,
no, listen. What I'm saying,
I grew up an athlete.
Right? Okay, so listen. As an athlete, when you have hands, feet, and you have reflexes, those are some things that are not really that can be sharpened. But that makes you a good
like Don was saying, you can have all that, and then you can go up against a stone cold animal athlete and get beat.
That's what boxing is.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
What I'm saying is you don't see that.
But it happened. It happened with Ali. What are you talking about?
Because listen, he at those points of fights, he wasn't on top of his game. At the pinnacle of his game,
top of his game.
He didn't. He only lost one fight at the top of his game. That's because he didn't even take that shit serious. Ken Norton.
Nah, dude, the fight when he came back.
The first fight when he came back. Actually, the only serious fight he had when he was that age was Sonny Liston. And that was it.
He was undefeated before the Army shit, but then when he first came back,
because he took a 3 or 4 year hiatus.
All right, you want me to break down this athlete thing? I'm gonna break it down for you. Cause see, I grew up an athlete.
Listen, I grew up around athletes. Go ahead. Then let me hear you. You're great. I'm the athlete coordinator. Let me hear the great athletic coordinator.
You can ask anybody to go around me when I play ball. This is what it means to be a great athlete and just a skilled player, a great motherfucking player. Listen, you can have a person that is skilled, that is great at what they do. They can motherfucking practice good, play good. Then you can have this one kid that's just born a fucking, just an amazing specimen, right? He ain't skilled that well, but he's an amazing athlete to where you can show him a little bit of the game that you grew up. Like, you can grow up and you can motherfucking practice all you want. You got this one dude that you show a little bit to. His natural athleticism that he was born with, like Bo Jackson, Jim Brown. Listen, hold up. LeBron James. Once they get that little bit of skill that you have, you might have the most.
Bro, listen. What about any of these people did not require practice? And because LeBron James had great skill,
because when you're a great athlete, you don't need all that motherfucking practice, my nigga. You're born with natural.
But see, that's why I say Jordan a great athlete, because to me he was different.
But see, Jordan wasn't always that athlete. Though.
He was always the athlete.
No, he was not. Remember, he got cut on the sophomore team. But he had to go and will his
skills. Listen, you build skills. Skill set is something you build. Natural talent.
How many times do you think LeBron James was cut from a team?
I understand, bro. I get what you're saying.
How many times do you think Bo Jackson was cut from a motherfucking team? 0. How many times do you think, Len Bias? We talking about guys that are just.
I get you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
These motherfuckers don't have to will themselves to be the greatest. They just step on the field. I'm a football coach, dude. You know me. That's what I do.
What I'm saying
is kids that will come on there and you can.
But what's the number one word? What beats talent every time?
Natural born motherfucking.
No, what they always are saying. When you practice and you work at your skill, it's gonna beat natural talent because you more determined. You have.
Sometimes it happens, but there's other times in life, dog, where you just have the people that are just unbelievable.
Right, but like I said, for you to, I mean, we're getting away from the conversation, but to me, Michael Jordan was his will. He could excel at anything he wanted to do.
His will made him the greatest basketball player.
His will, but it wasn't natural talent as far as, okay, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry can shoot from anywhere on the field. He has he's dialed in. He can do it from anywhere.
But he's not a naturally.
But he's been shooting ever since he came out the womb.
Out the womb.
You see what I'm saying?
Bank
but people
shots,
would say, man,
shots.
but I guarantee you, he has it's something within him that gives him that level of coordination. He could have been he could have did archery, and I guarantee you he'd been a great archer because the iron hand coordination is a skill, but it's also a natural.
This is all I'm saying. When we get to talking about the greatest athletes that we've ever laid our eyes on, I look at it like this.
But see, we all got different views.
No, we do.
When we say that, because what your shit is, you like to throw everything else in. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your shit. And I got what I think. And see, I think Jordan I just think he was gifted.
No, listen.
Even from the
point, his gift came from will.
Work. No, but he was super athletic, man.
I'm not knocking the fact that
he was super athletic.
But he didn't come out the womb athletic.
He had to work,
it up and he got it. Then he recognized
you can't jump like that with that ain't.
Okay.
That's some natural shit.
Okay, Spud Webb. Is he athletic?
He's athletic.
He's skilled, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. He wasn't as skilled a basketball player, but as an athlete, he was 5 feet tall.
From a height standpoint,
because he had. So that's what I'm saying. Natural. What you're saying is without any shape or mold to it. What I'm saying is Michael Jordan had to mold and shape the game that he had. He had to practice and put in the hours, constant jump shot after jump shot after jump shot.
At that point, but the athletic part, the jumping shit, like the motherfucker hit his head. Motherfucker hit his head on
Sean Kemp.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. I'm just saying
and
that's what I'm saying as far as that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he was the greatest athlete of all time. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Like I said, my personal opinion. I feel like, and I don't want to say.
I didn't say he was the greatest of all time. I just said I think he was.
He's one of them.
I think he was one. That's what I'm saying.
This shit came because you got to remember, as Jordan turned 37, 38, 39, he wasn't jumping out.
Yeah, he wasn't. It was this. Right? It became this.
Now,
and that happens to everybody.
Right, but we look at a motherfucker like LeBron James. This son bitch gonna be dunking until he's 45.
But he takes excellent care of himself. As far
he's also a natural.
Yeah, no.
I get what you're saying. I get that.
He could have been a tight end. He could have been I understand that. But I mean, like I said, and like I said, those are skills.
But once again. We went sideways.
But like I said, but anyway, but people look at Jordan as the greatest. I regard him as the greatest basketball player, but greatest overall athlete, no. I mean, there's women athletes out here that do tremendous, amazing things that are not recognized. Serena Williams. These people are tremendous athletes. Tremendous. Serena Williams, she is, we don't really talk much about, women athletes on the show, but we do have our moments. But Serena Williams, she's a natural athlete.
What's separating Serena from Venus?
Serena is a natural athlete.
She's a natural athlete. She's a beast.
Listen, I wasn't saying that. What I was saying is, for as far as Muhammad Ali, he could have been a tight end. He had the skill sets that he didn't just have to be a boxer. He was a good. Did at any sport he did, he had the ability.
I don't look at Ali like that because I look at Ali like, he was a bigger dude, but his
body,
listen,
what I'm saying is, hands.
But see, the funny thing is, I'm looking at Jordan like you looking at Ali. So we kind of
So Ali had
Ali was not to play football. Jordan was not to play football because they're not big enough.
How Muhammad Ali is a 6'3"? You can be a tight end at 6'. The best thing, because my wife, she always asks me, about sports, and she'd be like, yeah, you like this person, you don't know them personally, you don't know their life. The best thing about sports fans is we get to live what's considered the dream. You don't have to live in this person's home or
come with him to work. You're just entertained and you feel a part of what is on the floor. And that's the teamwork. Same thing here. We might disagree, but we're going to be a team. We're going to get this done and we're going to win as a team. And that's what a lot of people, what I learned from watching this, this miniseries so far, that even though, management and, what's Jerry Krause, which give him the respect he deserves. He put together a great basketball team, even though he did some things that they didn't really agree and like about his as far as character.
Yeah, we're good.
But he put together a great team. And one thing I learned from this is that teamwork is the most important thing at the end of the day because it gets the job done. And people don't really understand that. Sometimes they kind of feel like, well, Jordan made the Bulls what they are. Of course, they only had like maybe 10,000 people in attendance when he first started playing. And then it built and it became something greater because of the work he put into the organization. So, you're going to see as it develops, he kind of felt like certain things was a slap in the face, which they were, But, one thing I was looking at, when Jordan first came into the league, a lot of the older players were like, this is a team sport. It's not one guy that's going to come in here and dominate.
Because they didn't do that back then.
Because they didn't do that. So, we've had discussions here on the panel, not Jordan discussions, but about players and organizations and saying, hey, is this guy the type of guy built his greatness built on his ability to carry the franchise? Or is it built around the franchise building him up and he just being the front, the front guy, whatever, the guy on the front? Michael Jordan, he had the pressures of both. He built the team and the organization up, and then he had to be the front guy. Kind of like what, what's my homeboy, not my homeboy, but the Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee Bucks. This guy has single-handedly re-transformed the Milwaukee Bucks organization into the powerhouse.
Well, and this goes back to what you were saying about Jordan. Okay, yes. He made them relevant.
Right.
But without a bench, without a good center, without the surrounding cast, they cannot win it.
Right.
And that's for anybody. That's for anybody. You ain't gonna win. And that's what I'm saying. You got to put a team and honestly, LeBron and them they found a way to circumvene the front office.
I'm kind of wishy-washy. Listen, I really enjoy. I don't. Me with LeBron is two different things. I love LeBron James, the philanthropist, and what he stands for as a black man. But and
I can never look at him as the greatest.
But as far as being the greatest, when me and Step had the conversation was JJ Barrera. When you 6 foot, 6'5", and you 200,
quote unquote,
when you 6'5", 240 pounds, and you let a guy that is 6 foot even, maybe 200, take you out your game. LeBron,
my Mexican people,
LeBron,
the LeBron killer.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
hey man, he the LeBron killer.
What I'm saying is, LeBron faced a lot of adversity.
There's a couple niggas that was LeBron killers.
Yeah, but and this is one thing I know about LeBron. This is one thing I've identified. LeBron has I love to win, but I want everyone to feel.
He's a nice guy.
He wants everyone to feel that they're
a great guy.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have did the Miami. If that was the case, he wouldn't have went to the Heat. Because he knew he was going to take heat for that shit.
He went to the Heat because he was just.
He needed to learn.
He was worn out. He was tired.
Listen.
Michael Jordan didn't play 8 seasons with the Chicago.
He needed to learn. He needed to learn.
Yeah, but Michael also took some time out here and there because you had to.
But listen,
I mean,
and this is what I want to say to all my Pippen fans. We got a lot of Pippen fans in our group.
I love Pippen.
A lot of people feel that Pippen was disrespected. That's something we got to talk about. We might as well throw this in the mix. Scottie Pippen signed a 7-year, $18 million contract, okay? At the time, if you haven't watched The Last Dance, it shows you that Pippen at the time was very upset about his contract. A lot of people said that they thought Pippen should have waited. You got a country boy from Arkansas, grew up 12 brothers and sisters.
And a city with only 4,500 people.
Hey, but let me give you some backdrop on that because I was just looking at this shit today. In 1990, the top paid player was Patrick Ewing at $4 million. That was that he had the highest per year. The highest salary was Patrick Ewing 1. Hot Rod Williams was 3.7. Hakeem Olajuwon was making 3.1. Charles Barkley was making 2.9. Chris Mullin 2.8. Isaiah Thomas 2.7. Danny Ferry 2.6. So you got Michael Jordan 2.5. Yeah, they didn't. So you got to understand, when he signed the contract, that was kind of the standard. But then you look at, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of.
He fucked himself though.
I'm not even gonna say he fucked himself when he signed the contract. Yeah, but that's how the contract used to be. They used to do 7-year contracts. But you also got to think he was just coming on. He never. And I'm gonna tell you this was his salary. His salary that year was $700,000. Because he was on a rookie contract, so he was only making $700,000. So he got a hell of a raise.
Back then, $700,000 was a lot of money.
Shit, back then $2 million a year was a lot of money.
Yeah, so I'm saying So I get why he signed the contract. It just at the point. See, they don't even do 7-year contracts now. Them Jones be like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. But at one point, it used to be motherfuckers used to like.
Now, do we know if that 7-year, $18 million was completely guaranteed?
Yeah, it was guaranteed. All NBA guaranteed. But check this out. The next year. Let me see.
But I mean, like I said,
but this is what I was getting at. While y'all looking up that, right? This is what I'm getting at. Okay, people try to make it seem as if Jordan couldn't win without Pippen. Pippen could win without Jordan. That's not true. We seen what happened when Jordan left and Pippen took over the team. Yes,
he came to the playoffs.
They went to the final.
Hey, but they go to the final. They second round. I'm gonna say this: that three-peat Bulls, they wasn't gonna win no more with that team. No, they had Dennis Rodman. They had to rebuild that team. They wasn't gonna beat. I don't care what nobody say. They wouldn't have beat the Rockets with that team. No. Now they had to get Rodman and shit to get better.
Ron Harper.
But the team that first Bulls when the league was kind of diluted a little bit,
they weren't diluted, Don. The league was getting older. The bad boys were breaking up.
Yeah, but you also got to realize
were getting older. The Celtics was way older.
But you also got to realize it was diluted because of the suspension teams. It was like 4 suspension teams at that time. So you only can keep a certain amount of motherfuckers. You can keep some people, but you know what I'm saying, like.
I mean, that goes into any era. I mean, look, when the Kobe faded out for the Lakers faded out, here come the Spurs on their run. You had Dallas Mavericks, but we talking about runs. Here come the Spurs for their run. Then after the Spurs and Tim Duncan and all those guys get old, here comes Golden State. So everybody has their chance.
But check this out. So the next year, 91-92, Pippen was the 16th. He was the 16th highest paid player with $2.7 million. Jordan was the number 5 player with 3.2.
And I believe
this 91-92.
I believe after Pippen re-signed, he ended up making more money.
He made some more money.
He made more money than Jordan in the basketball contract way.
But I'm gonna say
not in like endorsements and shit like that.
Yeah, but Jordan circumvented the whole shit, and he got like $30 million his last 2 years. He got 30. Like nobody.
And do you know?
Hold on, and I can give you that.
Real quick while we're talking about Jordan's last couple years, right? Do you know that the punk ass Wizards?
We love you, Wizards.
Fuck y'all. Listen, hometown team.
Hey, I
used to love the Bullets.
I love my Wizards.
I ain't never loved the Wizards.
I love my Wizards, Bullets.
Check this out. Do you know the punk ass Wizards organization?
We love you,
Wizards.
Wizards.
The nerve to try to, I don't know if they called up or they tweeted. They tried to basically say that the Last Dance, the producers made a horrible mistake by saying, I think in 86 or 85,
they had them Wizards.
They had them as the Wizards when they were quote unquote. They couldn't use the name Bullets or some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
but that was them though. That was ESPN doing that shit.
So I mean, shut the fuck up. I'm glad somebody giving y'all a smoke.
Hey, let me tell you something. The Bullets had to be. I mean, we was all Bullets. We were the Bullets, but and it came from the Baltimore Bullets, but.
That nigga Patrick Ewing was getting paid.
But like I said,
hey, Patrick Ewing got paid.
I mean, but he was one of the highest paid. He's a great player.
So in the last season, in the last season, Michael Jordan was the top paid player at $33 million. This is what motherfuckers getting paid now. and Patrick Ewing was number 2 at 20. So Jordan was $13 million more than number 2, and even in this one, Pippen was just fucked because his contract was just too long. His shit never adjusted to the times. That's why his contract was so fucked up.
He did eat it in though.
He ate, but that's where his contract was fucked up.
Portland fed him big.
He should have did probably like a 3-year contract because it was going with. He got paid for what the time was.
What I'm saying is, listen, I'm looking at and the same thing he explained it, which is plain and simple. If you come from a household where you have a father that had a stroke, a brother that's both of them paralyzed, there's 12 children, you living on a dirt road in the back of Arkansas, and someone says, I'm going to make you a millionaire, no matter what the time extensive contract, he's thinking, now I can do things for my family that I couldn't do before. That is the added pressure that he may have succumbed to. Now, Michael Jordan, on the other hand, you can see from his childhood and what he went through prepared him on a whole different level for, you know what I'm saying? No, the basketball.
Because he was fucked too. NBA salary wise until the last 2 seasons.
But what I'm saying is, like, I mean, that's like anything.
I got a question that's gonna rock the whole table.
What you got? What you got?
Seeing the way Pippen came in and his natural giving ability. See, Pippen was one of these athletes we're talking about, all right? Now, you look at the way he came in from college, his first year, second year he grew, 3-4 inches?
Shit, he grew like 6, 7, 5 or 6 inches.
College.
So because he was a point guard. He was like that's where the skills come from.
6 foot, 6'1".
So he was a point guard most of the time.
Never left him. So when he this is my thing. If you had not put Jordan and Pippen on the same team.
Yeah, and that's what I would have loved to say.
Who would have been the better player?
Jordan would have been the better player.
How can you say
that? I would have loved, and see, this be my argument with Jordan, and it's not that I'm taking him down. I would have loved to see like a Pippen on Jordan.
Was number 2 in all categories.
I would have just loved to see some lift on him.
So you mean to tell me there's never been a Jordan Pippen story where motherfuckers say they played 1-on-1?
I'm sure they kept it to themselves if it did.
Yeah, they probably
he the one said, Scottie. Jordan actually said out his own words, in his own mouth. He said, Scottie Pippen taught him how to use his left hand more effectively as a basketball player.
Jordan said it in the thing. He would have never been who he was without Pippen.
He said Pippen helped develop his game.
And the game changer that Pippen was, he was a small forward. He was a small forward. And that's why I say where the game is evolved at now. They got a couple of Scottie Pippens on the floor now.
Yeah.
This is what we
they're not skilled like Scottie Pippen.
This is what divides men and mice. Killer instinct.
Yes.
No, it don't. That shit don't.
Yes.
That shit.
Yes.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm tired of hearing Killer Instinct. You know what? And you know why I'm tired of hearing it? Because that shit don't mean nothing.
Bullshit.
It don't mean shit, man. Hey,
what's so you telling me Kobe Bryant?
He didn't win. He didn't win his last. He didn't win his last. He did not win no championship his last 6-7 years.
But that's what because the talent that was around him wasn't.
Thank you. So it's not Killer Instinct. No, thank you. You're saying what I'm saying.
Listen,
you got to put a team together, man.
What I'm saying is
Magic ain't necessarily had Killer Instinct. But
listen, this is a question.
He wasn't his Killer Instinct. It wasn't the level of Jordan. It wasn't. But that don't mean. It wasn't the level of a Jordan.
They showed Michael Jordan.
It wasn't the level of the Jordan.
But listen, they showed Michael Jordan.
I saw as far as the scoring and shit.
Let me explain it. They showed Michael Jordan in practice. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were the type of people that you didn't need a coach on practice.
But that same argument don't work for Kobe because he didn't win in his last few years. Jordan did. It don't work. It don't work.
What I'm saying.
See to me.
Kobe, first of all,
but to me, you saying that you basically kind of taking away from Kobe because he didn't win his last few years. Jordan won. Wait. Because you saying Jordan won because of the Killer Instinct, but he did not win his first few years.
It is the reason that man, one was named the Black Panther, the other was named the Black Mamba.
It
was not because they was handing out roses and fucking Valentine's.
Hey, so Shaq wasn't on them 3 Kobe teams?
Shaq,
they wouldn't have won without Shaq on that team. And I'm not saying they wouldn't have won. I'm not saying they wouldn't have won without the Kobe. But the same token, Shaq was the driving force.
3 words. Pass the ball, Kobe. You know why Shaq said pass the ball?
No, Kobe eventually surpassed him, but Shaq was. Shaq had his run.
Don, listen to what I'm saying. Pass the ball, Kobe. That means he don't.
All right, so why he didn't win his last 3 seasons?
Because he did not have the team.
All right, thank you. My point. You gotta have a team. Killer instinct don't mean shit if you don't have a team. Russell Westbrook has killer instinct. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. No championship.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
OC. We just had the conversation. Kobe Bryant and Jordan had control rage. Russell Westbrook rage.
Kobe Bryant. The argument don't work for Kobe because he didn't win his last few years.
Kobe Bryant. Let me say
this. Got 5 rings.
Kobe Bryant is the type of dude that say, listen, Kobe, give me your right arm.
Dog. It don't work.
Listen, when you say killer instinct,
you gotta do this when you talk about LeBron.
Killer instinct.
Killer instinct don't mean shit, man.
Yes, it do.
Jordan had a great. Hey, as much shit as we talk shit about Jerry Krause, he put a fucking squad around. Yes, he put a team around him to win.
Jordan said, wait. Did you not watch that series when Boston was whooping the Bulls' ass? What did Michael Jordan say?
Killer instinct.
Give me the ball. I don't care who's out here. Give me the ball. And he scored 16 points.
This is the shit I was talking about earlier with Jay Williams. Jay Williams said the same thing you just said. He said that is what separates players like Jordan and Kobe from LeBron. LeBron is a great player that you can't take nothing away from. But you're not putting the ball in this man's hands when you want to win.
He got the ball, so that's bullshit.
No,
Ray Allen.
Bullshit. Listen, bullshit. So Steve Kerr ain't hit no shots?
No, he did.
It happens, yo. That shit happens.
No, it happens. But Don, what I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is, it is an alpha male. When it comes time to it, to put it on the line, the guy that says, give me the ball,
that shit is overrated. It's overrated because Kobe takes away from. I say it's overrated. You gotta have a good team. I just say you gotta have a good team around.
Killer instinct made it overrated.
I think it's overrated.
When you have,
because without Ray Allen, guess what? They win nothing.
Without Ray Allen, listen.
So Robert Horry ain't hit a lot of them. Robert Horry hit a couple of those shots for the Lakers.
They could have.
Hey, Shaq won. Hey, Shaq.
Wait.
Shaq.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Shaq MVP in the first 3 Lakers. So I'm just saying.
Did he get MVP all 3? Did he get MVP all 3?
All 3.
Okay, what was Robert Horry's nickname?
Big Shot Bob.
Why? And what they said he had in his veins?
Ice cold.
It don't, because this right here.
But is he the greatest player?
No.
Fuck no.
But I'm saying is,
all I'm saying is this shit is overrated.
Listen, it's not overrated.
It's overrated.
It can't be.
Russell Westbrook. It's overrated.
Killer instinct is
overrated,
kill
man.
or be killed.
It's overrated,
it's a gladiator mentality.
It's overrated,
bro. If you sit here and say Michael Jordan ain't scored 63 fucking points against the Lakers because he refused to die. I mean, I'm sorry, Celtics. Yeah. He would have died on that floor. His players.
I don't give a fuck about him having it though because it took him another 4 or 5 years to actually get that chip. It took. And I'm not saying they don't have it. And I'm not saying they don't have it.
Listen,
I'm not saying they don't have it. I just say it's overrated.
Let me say something.
I just say it's overrated.
What was the nigga name on Dallas?
I just say the shit was. I just say the shit was overrated.
When you tell any professional
it's like I don't give a fuck about this professional athlete. That don't mean I'm on this motherfucker speaking about shit too. Just because you rated don't mean that you right. I just say the shit was.
What did Will say?
No, Will said that Steve Kerr hit big shots for the Bulls. I mean, he just said that.
That shit.
But Michael Jordan's killer instinct transformed that team, dog.
Made them motherfuckers.
It transformed the team. I can't believe you got players who said Michael Jordan's pressure for us to be a better team made us a better team. You got grown men saying this.
That about LeBron.
You got grown men. bro. Dude, so you
actually,
I'm just saying the shit overrated. I ain't saying that you can't have. I'm not saying that it ain't. A championships is one different ways. It's not one the same way,
bro. It's made by. It's not. It's made.
I forget who it was. It was.
Wait. So you saying
who was in the finals matchup when Miami played Dallas? And he said,
why would you talk about the Dallas series? It's other series. It's other series.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, I can never put LeBron James in the greatest discussion. He said, anytime a player that's supposed to be our leader, our franchise player, quits on us, puts his tail between his legs, and quits on us, he loses all respect for me.
Bro,
we look up to this man.
It was people leaving the Bulls and the Lakers teams because, and this is what I'm saying. Listen, this is what I'm saying myself.
It just overrated.
And this is from the mouth of the men who played. When I watched that series with Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr said himself, he said Michael Jordan, he didn't say the coach, he didn't say the general manager, he said Michael Jordan put you through the grinder.
But you know what's funny?
Steve Kerr said Michael Jordan put you through the grinder. And not too many people came out. Only person who came out was Scottie Pippen. Was Scottie Pippen a different man after Michael Jordan put his ass through the grinder? He gave Scottie Pippen.
I just said it's overrated. I just said it's overrated. That's all I said.
Wait a minute. Let me ask.
I just said it's overrated.
So did Jordan make Pippen a killer on the court?
No.
So you telling me Scottie Pippen was all that when he first came in?
Pippen had his own skill set,
Bro,
man.
listen. When I'm talking
it wasn't from Jordan. It was
the attitude.
Jordan made all them niggas better.
Attitude, bro. The attitude.
Pippen allowed Jordan to move the way he moved.
Listen.
It wasn't just attitude.
Listen.
Complimented one
so
another.
You telling me the players
made him better though.
But what I'm saying is the players
Pippen made him better. It's the same thing. It goes vice versa.
Jordan would have gave your boy some killer instinct.
So why Steve Kerr said?
Yeah, you do.
Let me ask you.
He got killer instinct.
Let me ask you.
It might not be to the level of Jordan is, but Jordan more of a scorer.
But that's what I'm saying.
But it's overrated though, man.
It can't be overrated if the man did that what he did.
If he came here right now, guess what I do to him?
He did what he did, dog.
I just say it's overrated.
So, dog.
Because there's a lot of people with killer instinct. You got to have a team around it. It's got to be a team to fit around it. You have to have a team around it. The Lakers didn't win shit until they got.
What was the Spanish dude name that held him to 8 points?
JJ Barea.
Did he have killer instinct?
Damn right. Because he said, I don't care how big you are. What did he tell LeBron? What is it about, Steph?
You should have seen the look on the Mavericks' face
Heart
when he was checking LeBron, and LeBron looked so scared.
I'm going to tell you why he won that matchup.
And because it's not to ridicule LeBron.
No, listen.
To make fun of LeBron.
Right. But I'm saying the reason JJ Barea won that matchup, you know why JJ Barea won that matchup?
It's funny you say that, and that's the argument. The argument is Jordan. It's Jordan and LeBron. It's the argument.
No.
But listen,
my eyes.
You think Jordan would have let JJ Barea come out there and do that to him?
Hey, we don't know.
Hell no.
We don't know.
Nigga.
Okay, let me ask you.
And I don't think he did that to him because y'all just put one person. It was just him on him. It wasn't just on him.
Let's go.
So that's bullshit.
All right, let's go.
Y'all actually take it.
Okay, let me do that. All right, let me ask you this question, and I'm gonna keep it relevant to the Last Dance, right? Did you see the interview with Danny Ainge?
I think so. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
What did Danny Ainge say?
He was unstoppable.
No, listen. This is a story Danny Ainge told.
But who?
Listen,
Danny Ainge was a starter, right?
Listen, tell the story how Danny Ainge told it.
Danny Ainge was a starter, right?
Yeah,
of course. Like I said, that team wasn't.
Is Danny Ainge better than JJ Barea? Fuck yeah.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck no.
Fuck yeah.
What? Fuck no.
Are you serious?
I ain't going there. Listen, let me finish my line. Danny
Ainge. Shit, Danny Ainge.
Let me finish.
And JJ Barea was just the only person checking him on the game, man.
Okay, let me finish my story.
JJ Barea wasn't checking him the whole game, so that's bullshit.
Let me finish the story. Danny Ainge said he played Jordan that first game of the Celtics series. Jordan scored 39 points.
Like I said, I already before the show, already told y'all that Boston team was slow as shit.
Listen to the story. Let me tell the story.
It ain't no story to tell. They were slow. They were slow in defense. Mike Johnson was
Dennis Johnson is better than anybody.
Michael Jordan. Listen, Michael Jordan put up 39 points against the Celtics the first game. Played golf the following day with Danny Ainge. And know what he told Danny Ainge? He said, tell your boy DJ I got something for him. Very next game, 63 points. What is that called?
Hey, Jordan might be LeBron daddy.
He came. Listen, what I'm saying, killer instinct is you score. Even Danny A said the man put up 39 points the night before.
If they won the championship, then I can understand.
Listen,
but that shit don't
say just because somebody as a team lose.
I just think
don't mean that one player has killer instinct.
I didn't say he didn't have it. Like, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I don't say he don't have killer instinct. I'm just saying it's overrated. That's not going to win the championship for everybody. That's how it worked for Jordan. Listen, that don't work for every team. That didn't work for the Pistons that beat the Lakers. It's not about killer instinct.
LeBron didn't have that instinct.
Kyrie Irving had
killer instinct. Killer instinct.
And ain't win shit when he wasn't there. So like I said, it ain't
okay. So listen, over Steph Curry, and look him in the eye and say, I'm right here with you. Killer instinct is for somebody to look when you look across from your team into the other opponent.
Dude, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with killer instinct. I'm just saying it's overrated. That's all I'm saying. It's just overrated.
It gets the job done.
Because there's other ways to do it. LeBron got 3 championships.
With players who
he got 3 championships.
Ray Allen had killer instinct, dog.
He got 3 championships. So that block ain't saying that game
killer
too?
instinct kicked in.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, boom.
If he didn't have many championships, I can understand. But he got 3. He got 3. And possibly.
That's not enough.
You're adding. What I'm saying is you're always adding a team sport in which people collect trophies to one player's ability to put his game face on and say, put it on my back.
Yeah, but y'all only talking about one series.
One series.
Like, y'all just talking about the Dallas series. Other series that happened. Y'all got one.
The most embarrassing shit.
Y'all got one series, and JJ's bird was on him the whole game. So that's bullshit.
He let Deshaun Stevenson get on him. How my dirt taste? How my dirt taste?
Hey, Kobe was horrible in that Boston series. He was horrible.
Did he win?
He was horrible. I'm just saying he was horrible. That's all I'm saying. Like, this shit happened, man. You had a bad game. It can happen. Bad game, bad series. But it can happen.
But did the Mamba?
Hey, it happens, yo. Durant, bad series.
Okay.
Westbrook, bad series. It happens. It don't take away from his killer instinct. It's just a bad series.
I'm a Celtics fan, right? We had Paul Pierce, but we didn't have who? Who came into Boston?
Ray Allen.
Nope. Who came and gave us that killer instinct?
Ray Allen.
Nope.
Ray Allen.
Nope.
Ray Allen.
Kevin Garnett.
Ray Allen.
Kevin Garnett. No, he wasn't.
There it is.
Kevin Garnett was never soft.
There it is. Here we go. Now we got these niggas beefing.
Kevin Garnett always had that killer instinct.
When he was in Minnesota, they used to get that bad with a ball on the block. 5 seconds on the motherfucking clock. He would shimmy, dribble down, and then dish that motherfucker out. He
always had a killer instinct. He definitely did. He did. You're giving somebody who's shooting a 3-pointer with 3 points left. Listen, but that's a jump shot. So Steve Kerr had a killer instinct.
Saved all of them.
Craig Hodges.
You have to take that game winning shot. You gotta have it.
Okay. So
overrated.
So you telling me?
Like I said, overrated.
And that goes back. Listen. So really, what you doing?
Overrated.
Okay. Listen.
Overrated.
So what you saying is actually does agree with what Don's saying, because you're saying that Ray Allen had a killer instinct. Ray Allen was a great shooter. Period. But when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, how many championships Ray Allen had with the Milwaukee Bucks?
So you said what I'm saying. And then you argue my point. You gotta have the team around it to win that shit. Fuck all that killer instinct shit. Overrated.
Per player, he had
it. Overrated. Killer
times that Kevin Garnett make it out the first round.
Hey, killer instinct is overrated. Hey, Reggie Miller had it. Hey, my man. Hey, my man Will said
he didn't have the team that for the West.
My man Will said Reggie Miller had it. Yes, he did. Yes, and they win shit. Yeah, and they win shit. Yes,
sure did.
And they had good teams. And they actually had some good teams.
You know why he ain't win it? MJ.
No, but what about the years MJ wasn't there? It was 2 years that. Hey, it was a 2 year. Hey, I'm gonna tell you 2 things. It was a 2 year window that motherfuckers could have won. The Rockets won, and then it was a year after the Tim Duncan year, the strike year. Everybody that was supposed to be good they didn't win shit. They let Duncan and David Robinson take the championship. So I'm just saying, everybody had a little small window where they could have won some shit, and they didn't win.
No, what I'm saying is, when it comes to
all these great teams,
when these players, what I'm talking about per player, you have to have a guy on your team that has that. I'm going to die out here on the floor.
Dwayne Wade, that was Dwayne Wade.
Draymond Green, he ain't the best goddamn player on Golden State, but one thing they always give him the props for is he's the heart, because he has that killer instinct, bro. Step on your neck. I'm sorry.
He ain't got no killer instinct.
That is what Durant had to leave OKC and go to Golden State so he can show motherfuckers that I gotta go leave these dudes and go play with some.
Nah, he gotta prove that shit. No. He got.
Took over that team.
It's easy to take over that team, so that's bullshit. He gotta do that shit with the Nets.
No,
he gotta do that shit with the Nets. He gotta do that shit with the Nets.
But pause that.
He gotta do that shit with the Nets.
Listen,
it's easy. It's easy when you got Steph and you got Clay.
But pause that. Draymond Green was very verbal, telling KD, "We don't need you."
Yeah, he's a damn lie.
No,
they don't need him. They don't need him.
When they didn't have Kevin,
they don't need him. They don't need him, man.
When they had Kevin Durant, they had a 72.
Dude, they had a 73. Yeah, they had a 73. Who they lose to? Who they lose to? Oh, okay.
And
then guess what?
Who's the MVP?
And guess what?
And who was on the Cavs that had the killer instinct?
LeBron.
Kyrie Irving.
Y'all be forgetting the shot. You know what's funny to me, man? Y'all be forgetting the shots LeBron hit to get to that point in a block. Y'all be forgetting shit.
Care.
What I'm saying is, when it came down to put your motherfucking
think about
heart,
highlights,
and when you got to put your heart into
it's funny how these same shots happen in the Jordan games, and then we talking about this, and then this motherfucker, and I'm not even hating.
Listen.
Hey, time out. I'm not even hating. But this motherfucker was getting played in the game and they lost, man. Fuck that shit, man.
No. Listen,
Jordan.
I like LeBron.
This nigga getting played in the game for the
Hey, LeBron Jordan is getting played.
I like LeBron James. I have nothing but his. You can see it, bro. You can smell it on him, dog. He don't
smell what?
He don't have that. He don't have it.
He got it, man.
He has great.
He got it, man.
Listen, this goes back to what
he got it, man. I don't care. He got it.
He's really good at doing handshakes.
Nah,
he got it, man.
Yo, this goes back to
He's
what
the
Steph
greatest
first
athlete I've ever seen in my
when
life.
Steph first said this. He said LeBron James is one of the greatest natural athletes.
Yep.
When you are a natural athlete, heart is out of that equation. Nasdaq, would you agree with that?
It's funny how we talking about the Boston series, but we didn't won. And honestly, it's harder to go to another team, to pick up and go to another team and be in the mix. What? It's hard. It's hard to do that.
It's hard to go to the Miami Heat.
Hey, when you want a team,
the Miami Heat.
Bosh ain't make that first.
There you go.
I already told. Hey, I already told y'all niggas. Hey, I already told. Hey, yo, if you don't make first ballot Hall of Fame, that shit like the alternative in a Pro Bowl, yo. You like,
I like LeBron, but for man to sit here and say LeBron has the killer instinct.
He do got killer instinct, man.
I'm gonna do my man Chris Bosh.
He turns it on and off, bro.
Without Chris Bosh, Miami don't win a championship.
It's a team game, dude. It's a team game.
So
without Pippen, Jordan don't win. Without
Bosh gonna make the Hall of Fame then.
I mean, he'll alternate, yo. Nigga gonna make it next year, yo. He'll alternate. He'll alternate like the Pro Bowl, yo.
Okay, as we sit here and many people celebrate Michael Jordan, you're saying that as an individual, he wasn't good enough to win a championship.
By himself, no. He needed a team.
Neither was LeBron.
He needed a team. Nobody is. Nobody can win the shit by themselves.
So the question is, after that, then why is he considered the greatest basketball player of all time?
Hey, LeBron is too.
No.
Depending on who you ask.
Answer the question, Don. Don't defer.
I'm not deferring.
Why is Michael Jordan considered the greatest basketball player of all time?
Michael Jordan is number 2 to me. LeBron is number 1.
Why is
it's not just him though, man. It's people that say LeBron. It's people that say LeBron.
Listen.
It's people that say LeBron.
That nigga that's on ESPN, I watched him this.
Stephen A. Smith?
Nah, the big nigga, Swagoo
Perkins.
Motherfucking Swag. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about.
So when I listen,
Swagoo,
this is what I go through.
The nigga that played for the Dallas Cowboys and played for the Ravens. Talking about Jordan's the best.
Let me ask you a question.
Yada.
So even though Magic Johnson, all of the greats have basically given this man.
Oscar Robertson says LeBron.
Oscar Robertson drunk as shit.
The big O.
Oscar Robertson.
The big O say LeBron.
And
because Magic
Johnson.
Hey, and here's the funny thing. Because we so biased. Everybody is kind of. I'm probably one of the minority from my era to say it because people are biased to their era. It's like people gonna say Muhammad's, people gonna depend. But I'm gonna say this. Here's your era, man. But I'm gonna say this.
Kobe Bryant.
Jordan was. Jordan was.
Kobe Bryant
Jordan
was 20 years of basketball.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's like the niggas like it's like Russell and Wilt. It's like Russell and Wilt. They think Jordan had it easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like so the previous generation always throws their shade.
So Oscar Robertson, one person that you said that I will give Oscar Robertson said
Robinson ain't even in the top 3 in point guard.
I did say it was. I was just fucking with. I was fucking.
Okay, so Oscar Robertson said LeBron James, right?
Should be one of the greatest.
Magic Johnson is to me the greatest, but if you gonna say Stockton, Magic ain't really all that on defense.
Let me ask you a question. When Magic Johnson was asked and he said Michael Jordan, so if Magic Johnson say Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player he's ever seen,
I don't give a fuck. I got my fuck his opinion. I'm gonna say what I believe. Ain't nobody gonna change my point of view.
But let me ask you,
what I think is what I think, and I like the argument.
What you think is what you think.
It shit ain't gonna change.
There's a difference between opinion and fact.
It ain't fact. It's not fact. None of it is fact. Because it can never be a fact because they can't play in the same. You can't actually put them in the game and let them play together in the same era.
What's the career?
So say what?
What's the career total for?
Listen, let me end this whole discussion. Everything's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Let me end this with this. Okay. There's only one player, or I think it's maybe 2, that has won a championship on every level of the game. That is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar also has 6 rings, 6 championship rings, right? But there's only one NBA player that has played every fucking position on the court and dominated from the 1 to the 5. Who was that?
Magic Johnson.
Magic motherfucker.
He dominated?
Dominated.
He dominated.
In the game, he dominated. As a rookie. Let's get Moses Malone.
All I'm saying is
Magic was a defense liability.
All I'm saying is this.
He's a defense liability. Honestly, if a motherfucker argue for Stockton and Magic, I mean, Magic ain't great on defense. He a liability, but I still pick him. I'm just saying, like
your boy has made great defensive players in his career. LeBron has it been time when he's been a defensive liability? Yes.
Not really.
He quits.
Nah.
All right. Well, look here. We
gonna leave down. We gonna leave because ain't nothing else to be said. Now, for you to say LeBron James ain't a defensive liability, when Kevin Durant,
he don't even want to
shitted on him, and that
so he ain't shit on Kevin Durant.
No,
because Durant ain't no. Dude, they average the same motherfucking points almost. Durant had averaged like 1 more point.
So what was the defense?
If you want to win a game, who you put the ball? Whose hand you put the ball in? Kevin Durant or LeBron James?
LeBron.
Stop!
Putting in LeBron, man.
Stop it.
Putting that shit in LeBron. Hey, LeBron got more game winners than Kobe and Michael. He got more game winners. Real game winners. Real game winners.
Listen.
Real game winners.
They scratched the regular season. Championship game.
Playoffs too. Nah, it ain't no championship.
If you say it all depends on who wins the chip, right? Hey, if you ain't got no ring.
Hey, Jordan 1 jump was the Utah shit.
Hey, listen. If I want to do some really cool team exercises, bonding with my team, and I want to get some handshakes,
I'm going with LeBron.
And all around, great father, community, in the community.
I'm going with
LeBron, dog. But if I want to win a motherfucking game with the killer instinct,
if I want to whip some motherfuckers in the shape,
Jordan,
Mike ain't win the whole time. Mike ain't win the whole time. So I'm just going to.
The other
LeBron ain't even in the top 5. Not even in the top 5.
He GOAT, man.
I got Michael Jordan.
Let me ask you a question. What do you base that off of? What do you base LeBron being the GOAT off?
I base it off. It's his statistics. He got stats. He got the stats.
My question is, what do you?
It's success. I base it off his success.
No.
Well, how many rings?
He got 3 rings.
That's it.
It's 3 rings.
He's lost more than he's won.
Hey, Kobe got 3 more rings because of Shaq.
Right. It don't matter who he got.
I give him the 2 Boston ones.
He got him though, right?
And his career still going.
Listen,
and longevity. It ain't the only thing that matters. It's not the only thing that matters.
You said that nobody can be considered a killer instinct.
It's not the only thing that matters.
Win champion. This is what you said.
I didn't say that. What did I say? I said killer instinct is overrated. You hear something I'm saying?
It don't mean mean shit if you don't win.
No, I said you gotta have it. No, I said you gotta have the team around it to win. I said you got.
You said
No.
You said that don't mean shit if you don't win championships.
No, I said you gotta have the team around it to win the championships. I said the killer instincts don't mean shit unless you got the team around it to win. So that's what I said.
What I'm saying is when you said that, when you said it,
you hear what I just said?
You saying the team around it got 3 championships.
The team around it.
3 championships.
Right.
So you got motherfuckers that play bench players that got more goddamn. Robert Ory got 5.
Yeah, he got more than LeBron.
Bro, you got bench players.
Alright, so that's
LeBron James. So if you want to go, well, he got 3 championships. Scratch.
I'm talking about accomplishments because you can't just put the championships as the reason.
Okay, well that's what you said.
Because if you do that, then you gotta say, all right, Bill Russell won 11 times. Then you gotta say Bill Russell won 11 times.
So listen,
so we can't be half and half.
Okay,
we going over championships.
So listen, I asked you what makes LeBron the GOAT. You said
he got championships. I said no. He got championships. He got statistics. He got longevity.
Okay.
Athletic. So and
how long has LeBron been in the league?
17 years.
How many rings he got?
He got 3 rings.
Out of 17 years. He's lost more in the finals than he's won, right?
All right, but
I'm asking you.
He has.
All right, that's what
He has. But he got to the finals. There's a lot of people that
ain't no buts. Only buts is in the ass.
There's a lot of people that go to the finals a lot of times and didn't win against they pushed them niggas out the way.
No, because y'all just counting that. Y'all trying to that's y'all argument.
We know West been to the finals more than
what I'm saying is I asked you.
But to me, I told you his skill set. I think he's the best overall player.
How?
The dude can pass. He can score. He can score like Jordan. He can pass like Nash. Yes, he can. Dude, 27.1 points a game. Jordan averaged 30.
Nah, he can't even play with his back to the basket.
He plays with his back to the basket.
No post-up game.
He got a post-up game, dude.
Bro, what I'm saying is when you say LeBron,
it's the skill set, though. It's the skill set, man.
Hey,
okay, if that's the case, right?
Is LeBron in your top 10?
The dude is a point guard.
He's not in my top 5.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Does he got more triple doubles than Russell Westbrook?
Fuck no.
No.
Or Oscar Robertson.
So Russell Westbrook ain't got no hardware.
Nope.
But he averaged better triple doubles.
When he ends his career, his stats will be better than LeBron.
But he has no championship.
Yeah, he got a
so that makes LeBron the GOAT because he has what?
No, that's not me.
To me, it makes him the GOAT, bro.
That's him.
It's the skill set, man.
See, that's what I.
That's what I know why. Because these guys have personal.
What I'm saying to you, Don, is you can't say championships.
It ain't all championships. I didn't say that, man. You put words in my mouth.
Okay, listen.
I said you got to have the team around the championship. I said it's overrated.
Listen.
I said it's over. I said Killer Instinct is overrated.
To LeBron,
because it kills Kobe argument.
When to LeBron's credit, you said to LeBron's credit, he got 3 championships. That's what makes him a part.
I didn't say that was the only thing, dude.
No.
I said he can pass. I said he can pass. He can score. He can do everything.
That's the first thing you referenced.
To me,
3 championships.
But to me, he's Pippen on steroids. He's Pippen on steroids. Just like he said, it's a possibility that Pippen might be.
Okay, listen.
I won't give you that.
If he Pippen on steroids, how many championships Pippen got?
He got 6, but Pippen ain't. No, it's not just based on championships, dude. I'm just talking about as far as the skill set. I'm going off of Pippen's skill set, man. Hey, LeBron had to get on Steph Curry a couple of times to get he had to get on Derrick Rose a couple of times. So he's done shit.
But Pippen has held definitely. He didn't have.
You know what? He made a good point. You know why? I'm now putting Pippen in front of LeBron.
Whatever.
Because if you sit and say skill set, Pippen damn sure had, and then he had a way better jumper.
No, he didn't.
Then like,
Somebody shot better free throws. Hey, the stats don't even back that up.
Come on.
The stats don't even back that up. The stats don't even back that up. Field goal percentage. His field goal percentage is better.
Pippen might be a better player than LeBron.
Nah.
We can make an argument.
Damn sure defensive player.
That might be one of our next joints we do.
Wait a minute. So okay, was he a better defensive player than LeBron?
Fuck no. Pippen was, yeah.
Pippen was LeBron a better defensive player than LeBron James?
You just said it was LeBron better than LeBron.
I'm sorry. Was Pippen a better defensive player than LeBron James?
Yeah.
Pippen is probably better defensively than.
So, but LeBron James gets the greatest player.
Is LeBron better than Pippen on offense?
Yeah, he's better than him on
I don't
offense.
think so.
He better in offense.
I think it might be a tie.
He's better in offense.
Listen,
So Pippen has never actually scored, even on his own. He couldn't even score. He only scored 21 points a game.
Can I ask you this?
He never scored over 25 points.
If you took Pippen and put him on that Miami Heat team,
Nah, he had his chance, dude. He had his chance.
no, he never had Wade and Bosh.
He had his chance.
But he had the people.
Hey,
If you can say the man was the GOAT,
But not the GOAT.
he wasn't. If he was
love to do.
Like I said, if Jordan had Kobe, he had McGrady, he had some of them guys in his era, then I can put him one. He didn't have that.
Yeah, that you can't. You got
Jordan.
You got to work with what you got.
No, he didn't have better defenders.
Yes, he did.
No,
We ain't gonna get into that.
He didn't have no better defenders.
It's already.
But Don King.
He didn't have no better
The
defenders.
whole goddamn Detroit Pistons team. Let's watch the next one. Let's watch.
Do you know who the microwave was?
Vinny Johnson.
Oh, why you tell him?
Oh,
Man, Vinny Johnson 6'2", 6.
Come on, he was a monster.
Joe, he couldn't check.
Joe Negro.
They had to foul him, man. They had to foul him. It wasn't. They couldn't check him,
Hey
man.
man, we just went.
They couldn't check him, man.
listen.
my middle right here.
Yeah, we was supposed to be talking about a lot of other things, but this is how it goes around here.
So,
Don, he got the GOAT is LeBron James.
no. This is the real truth about Don.
In basketball.
Let me tell you something.
Go James.
Don loves LeBron James, right?
Go James.
But deep down inside, Don knows Jordan is the GOAT.
Hey, Jordan is number 2 to me. He's number 2 to me.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, cut the
Number two.
podcast. This is
Number 2 to me.
on fire.
He knows that LeBron.
How can a man who has 17-year career with only 3 championships and get shut down in playoff games?
Hey, Dan, you only use stats when they work for you, man. Cause you'll say somebody. You'll throw social shit into athleticism. So you
about Paul Pierce being the GOAT.
he not.
You don't hear me.
LeBron is
How many rings did Paul Pierce got?
1.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah,
one.
we had. But what I'm saying is, you don't hear
If
me.
Paul Pierce had got 2, would it have been like a close race
Nah.
with LeBron?
No,
Nah.
but what I'm saying is, you don't hear me giving somebody what I consider.
What other great athlete in the era, well, not even the era, has 3 rings like that? How many Wade had?
Dude even got 5. Dude got 4 MVPs, man.
How many rings did Wade got?
Politics.
He got 3.
Yo, don't forget, them finals MVPs was the reason that Kyrie Irving packed his
What
bags
makes
up.
LeBron better than Wade?
He a better player than him, man. He a better player than him.
I don't think so.
He's the leader of the team. I mean, he even deferred to him.
Question.
Wade was Batman.
First of all, that whole the politics with LeBron James is the reason why Kyrie Irving got the fuck out of Cleveland in the first
Whatever.
place.
Kyrie a fucking head case, man. Hey, he wanted to lead his own team and fuck Boston up, and then he fucking the Nets up. So he a head case, man.
Kyrie was Batman. LeBron was Robin.
Nah, he's robbing, man.
So, before Kyrie came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who was LeBron James winning with?
Nobody.
Damn sure wasn't Damon Jones.
He had a listen, man. Let me tell you something about LeBron.
Booby Gibson?
yeah, that was the team he took to the finals when he was at his, when you young and you can carry a team like that.
All that shit.
It was the win.
Listen, all that shit. That was pop. NBA let that nigga go in the finals, man.
Nah, they didn't let
Okay,
him
the
go.
Don. What I'm saying is, at those
Swept
points,
by the Spurs.
where were the wins? Where was the LeBron go Cleveland take it over, take us home?
He couldn't
was that?
He tried.
And couldn't do it.
Listen, the GOAT don't try.
Hey, the numbers was there, and the goat lost. I mean,
The GOAT
you can lose, man.
tried.
You can lose.
Not the
You can't.
8 seasons in a row.
You can lose, man.
Not to go.
You can
GOAT
lose.
lost 8 seasons in a row.
Nobody lost the 8 seasons in a row, dude.
He played
went-
for 6 or 7 years.
He went. You talking about?
Cleveland.
You know who never lost in the finals? Michael Jordan.
Yeah. But
LeBron is number 1.
But he didn't make it every year. And the league was diluted. Already, I have these 4 expansion teams, but we don't hear that.
We're in a conspiracy theory. It was David Stern.
As I look up on the wall,
Hey,
It was David Stern. It was whitewashed.
Bob Marley, Dustin. They looking right now as he says that about Jordan. They like, really, nigga?
Right.
Jordan number 2, man.
No.
Jordan number 2. Man.
What you put in your cup? We got crayons.
Jordan number 2, man.
That motherfucker MGD.
Hey, Don, what you learn about Don Gotti Nash is I don't follow suit to what everybody else do. If I believe something, I'ma say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck with y'all. Y'all can tell me whatever. I'ma argue my case. And I'ma keep arguing my case.
And we learned about Don.
Go James. Go James.
But your argument is diluted, though.
No, it's not. No, the league was diluted. The league was diluted.
That
man spent 7 years in the team and couldn't get nothing.
I'm gonna end it on this. LeBron's not even better than Kobe.
Shit. Kobe ain't even in the discussion, dude. Already, I say that shit all the time. Kobe not even in the discussion. The shit they arguing about for Jordan, it puts a foil to Kobe argument.
Question: if you put Kobe Bryant on any of those Cavalier teams that went to the finals, you think they'd won the championship?
Nah, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have won.
You know why? The will.
I don't know what
Black Mamba. Vibranium.
Hey, you know what's lost in translation? Kobe and them got swept by that Dallas team that we keep referring to. They got swept 4-0. So it is what it is.
That ain't the only team that got swept by the.
It is what it is. They swept the Spurs. They swept the Lakers. I'm just letting you know. So and the Thunder. So like I said,
they swept the Lakers in the first round, right?
That
means the Lakers.
So Kobe. I mean, I would have loved to see the Kobe LeBron finals, but Kobe fucked it up.
Get it out of here. Kobe
Go James, man. Go James.
He didn't have it.
Go James.
I love LeBron James, but he ain't.
Hey man, we got. The close is out, man. Prince's anniversary was. Prince died 4 years ago.
Hey, Prince was a Jordan fan.
Happy birthday! Happy death day.
Happy Death Day
to Prince, man.
And
Prince was a hell of a basketball player too. He was a hell of a basketball player. He might have took over more than LBJ.
Blouses.
He might have gave us a little bit more than yeah.
Actually, I think LeBron played a little bit like Prince.
And he pancakes after the game. So listen, this is like I said, to take nothing away from him as a person, he is one of the great philanthropists and people of our time that really puts his money and his time into the communities and his money where his mouth is. As a basketball player, there's always going to be a certain question marks beside him, beside his legacy. It's going to be question marks.
He's not even in my top 5.
There's going to be question marks, bro.
Go James.
Because LeBron James took how many years to win for his first championship?
He had to go join Dwayne.
It took him 7 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, it's like probably 7, 8.
How many years did it take Kobe Bryant?
Shit,
3,
4, 3.
Yeah, but that was Shaq.
No, it was not
Shaq, man.
It was Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq.
Right. Nobody says Shaq without
Shaq. Hey, Kobe wasn't the MVP.
Don't matter.
None of the three. So I don't hear that shit, man. Like I said,
see,
that's why people. That's why people don't throw Kobe in the discussion because they know it's a lot of holes in his shit.
So when they took out Shaq, then they put in Paul Gasol. They put Paul Gasol. Took out Shaq. They put Paul Gasol. Did Kobe still win championships?
That's one of the least talented teams to ever win.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here, man! Lamar Odom, nah, man. They had and the big man. Yeah, that was
the man was hurt.
Yeah.
Nah, he played. Bynum was.
Question is,
Bynum was like one of the best centers in the league at that time.
Question is, once Shaq left and went to the Cavaliers, did LeBron win?
Nah, that was an old Shaq, man.
Yeah, he went to the Cavaliers.
That was a Shaq. That was an old Shaq.
This dude, I got a list in my phone of all the players LeBron played with. Let me pull it up.
Yo, Kobe Bryant had success after Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying he got gift wrap. I'm just saying he got gift wrap. As a matter of fact, how many? Hey. And speaking of Gasol, he was gift wrap Gasol because he was crying like a baby. He wanted to be traded.
So, how many championships was Kobe gift wrap?
3.
How many was LeBron gift wrap?
0.
3.
0. He was MVP.
Oh my God.
He was MVP.
Kobe goes knocked the mic over.
Yo, you telling me LeBron James was not gift wrapped?
Nah, it was gift wrap. You gotta win them shit.
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Nah.
And Ray Allen. With 3 seconds left.
Ray Allen wasn't on both of those championships.
He was on one, right?
Delvin Cecil said, you keep saying the league was diluted. What stars was on the expansion team? No stars, Delvin. There was no stars on the Mustang.
It was diluted because it wasn't really more than one stars on teams. The Bulls got a roster. The Bulls roster looks like the teams that's playing now. Nobody had that shit back in the day. You had Dennis Rodman, you had motherfucking Scottie Pippen, you had Tony Kukoc was a motherfucking stretch forward. I'm not saying that was they drafted the motherfuckers. They signed Rodman, but that's a 2015 team in 1996,
bro.
It was no other team out there like that.
And say LeBron was not given the reason he went to the Miami Heat
was
because of gift wrap.
Was a gift wrap. If it was gift wrap, he would have won. They would have won the first. They would have won the first year. If it was gift wrap.
Every team got a chance.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If it was gift wrap,
I'm gonna just give you a little something. Now, your man is you've quoted before about Gilbert Arenas, right? You thought he was a pretty good player, right?
He was alright. I heard the shit.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just give you a little something. Bro.
I haven't heard what he said.
Gilbert Arenas on LeBron. His first two steps aren't very powerful, so this hurt him on ISO and his ability to blow past players from a standstill position. James isn't a number one option.
Bullshit.
In a tougher situation, he always needs a go-to guy like Wade or Kyrie. He lacks the Jordan and Kobe were. He lacks what Jordan and Kobe were. Great one-on-one players.
Bullshit.
I'm going to say
bullshit.
That is amazing.
Bullshit.
Amazing.
It's funny how you can agree with some shit like that, but nah, it's bullshit. He's the number one option, man.
What?
It's always been. He's the number one option on every team he on, man.
No, he's not.
He's the number one option on every team he on, so that's bullshit.
So listen, what I'm saying is, I'm not taking nothing away from him. But the Big Shot championship playoff games that the big shots have.
He's taking them, Joe.
But how many game winning shots?
He's taking them.
Ray Allen got one of the championships for the Heat, right? Because of big shots.
Wade didn't hit the big shot.
Who hit it?
It was LeBron.
No, who was it?
LeBron, man.
It was Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
That was one championship though, dude. He won 3.
He got two in fucking Miami.
Chris Bosh hit the big shot.
Bro,
LeBron hit a bit. I just seen the game like I seen that game like a week ago.
No. Come on.
This is the picture.
If LeBron got 3 championships and every one of his wins was a shot made by someone else on his team?
It wasn't a shot made by. It wasn't the whole game though, man.
You want to hear what your man Kyrie Irving said?
That's bullshit right there. That ain't even a real quote, bro. We do facts over here. Don't read that bullshit. He didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying. But Kyrie Irving threw
that's bullshit.
You sure?
I read that's some bullshit, man. You can read it, but it's some bullshit. He didn't say that.
The block ball of James on Iguodala, right? That was one of the big highlights. The block James on Iguodala in the front. Okay, but the dagger was Kyrie Irving.
He hit the. It's a team thing.
Okay, on the
Craig Hodges, Steve Kerr,
Miami Heat.
Big shot.
The dagger was
Ray Allen. Talk about that bum ass nigga no more, man.
Where was the dagger for LeBron James and his 3 championships?
Jordan ain't hit the dagger, but he did hit that joint over Brian, which he pushed off. But I'm just saying that was some pushed off shit.
What I'm saying is this: out of 3 championships, he has not one dagger.
No.
How the fuck he the MVP then? MVP.
The politics of the
politics,
game.
man. It's the MVP, man.
So the reason he got MVP in the game in which Kyrie Irving took over.
They both were scoring, dude.
Okay, so
they both scored.
So following year, playoffs again, right? Kyrie Irving tears his ankle. Can't continue. Who wins that series?
What you mean? Who wins it?
Who won the series when Kyrie Irving tore his ankle in Game 2 and could not continue?
Like I said, you gotta have the team around you. They put their bags up.
When Kyrie Irving went out, did LeBron James step up and take over that series?
He did.
Did anybody lose?
He did. It's a better team.
Hey,
okay,
it's a better team, man.
Let me show you something. These are the motherfucking stars that Kobe went through to get his championships. Is that not impressive, my nigga?
I never said nothing about Kobe.
No.
I never said nothing about Kobe. I said Jordan.
I mean Jordan. Okay, what I'm saying is Jordan had,
and I'm talking people that actually get beat on him. Not
right.
Ewing don't check Jordan.
What I'm talking about in playoff championship games, Jordan has a better record than LeBron James, right?
Okay.
But LeBron James
better
is better than Michael Jordan.
Better team.
I didn't actually. I said the player.
No, because you're mixing team and players.
It's not a team.
So you're not really making a point.
You're not making a point. You're not making a point. Getting paid. You're not getting paid.
You're not making a point.
Nobody on any team LeBron James played on say, yo, we should all get the same money LeBron get because this is a team.
You're not gonna ever.
He's coming in there and getting the highest paid cap you're getting per player, but he's not the person handling the ball at the end of the game.
We gotta wrap this up and move back our man Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's go to Prince.
I mean, we actually out, man.
The Taco Tuesday, we ran over. But
what is your favorite Prince song, Gotti?
I think Insatiable or Insatiable. It's the other one, just like the what's the other song? Because I say them songs like the same. Insatiable, then it's another song.
We was talking about Prince. Like I said, Prince died.
Oh, now I know which one you talking about.
But they similar. Cause I was just telling somebody in the group. I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, yeah, those are the same songs. Yeah. Insatiable and damn, what's the song?
But you know what's funny? One of my favorite songs by Prince, Money Don't Matter Tonight. You ever heard that song?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs that by Prince. Money Don't Matter Tonight.
Scandalous.
Oh yeah.
Insatiable or Scandalous. Yeah.
My favorite Prince song was When Doves Cry.
Yeah, that was a classic, all out classic. But Money Don't Matter Tonight was just a plain song by Prince, but it really touched on, poverty and everything else that people every day go through. But the man was a musical genius. They took him out. We're going to get into my Prince conspiracy another time. They took Prince out because he wanted his masters. He didn't want to be a slave. He wanted to own his own shit. When he got a chance to do it, they took him out. I ain't going to say no more about
it. You got anything else, man?
Nah, hell to the no. I'm tired of shit.
All right, man.
We out.
Join the group.
What the Prince song is?
Join the group.
Okay. Hey, man, make sure thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Instagram.
Another epic
taco we do, man.
Taco Tuesday conversation.
Go, James.
Take care of your family, yourself, and no matter what you think and how to debate, I love these two dudes, man. We just, we passionate about what we have to say. Some people might agree with us, some people don't, but at the end,
fuck your opinion.
Taco Tuesday.
Fuck your opinion. We out.
Thank you for tuning in. Digging you will the picture. Hold up. Viewing like against the sweat. Who had the baddest bitches in the world? Jesus Prince had consistent baddies. He was dating light-skinned women before we even knew what that was. Everybody talking about how they had the foreign chicks and they had the light-skinned foreign and all. Prince was actually going over to Africa and getting princesses. Prince was, oh man, oh Lord. Prince was the originator of light-skinned bad women. I know people say, what's that got to do with anything, but I mean, when I was young, and I seen Apollonia, and I seen, oh man, who was white? Oh, she was beautiful. But anyway, Prince, this is what it sounds like when the doves cry.
Hey, Michael Jackson, Prince, Magic Live. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? What you think? That'd be some shit with it.
But they can't do it. I don't know, whoever's controlling their music catalog. That'd be nice, man. Michael Jackson and the man. Wow. God, I don't even know, bro.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one.
That's a tough one, dog. And I think we should do that, bro. I think we need to come up with that. We need to have that Taco Tuesday when we had a battle between Prince and Michael Jackson. We just lined up like 5 or 6, each and just go for their top 10s. Because that's going to be rough. And did anybody see the Babyface, Teddy Riley before?
No, I heard it.
That shit funny though. They did it last night. It was good though.
We got our summer over in the program.
Yo, but the video was good though.
You seen the parodies though?
Yeah, he was twice out of here. Yep. Teddy redeemed himself though. He came back strong last night. Teddy redeemed himself though. Hey, you heard it here. You gonna hear it here. Hey, and like everybody, you're gonna get to a point one day where they're gonna say, who had the baddest motherfucking podcast in 2019, 2020? And they gonna have to come here. They don't call me. I'm going to Thursday. Alright,
Oh, he coming?
He's coming Thursday. I don't know what our topic's going to be. She never said it.
Hey, listen, tell me this gonna come in here. One thing about our topics, I need to know this affects anybody, but we handle the topics. We like the live reaction from, people that, I don't know if you say fans, but people that subscribe, and our guests. I don't really like to go into anybody outside of us, knowing what we're going to talk about for that week, because we want to walk. We want to rock and do it. All right, y'all. Peace out.